Today's featured girl group needs no introduction because they are coming straight out of one of the big three major agencies in South Korea, JYP. You know who they are. It's the Wonder Girls. Serving us wondrous tunes between the years of 2007 and 2017, this girl group made it big worldwide. So what happened to them? Well, let's talk about it. Sunmi, Sunye, Sohee, Hyuna, and Yeon hold a very special place at JYP for being like one of the OG girl groups to come out of that company, and a very big one at that. Before their official debut, the ladies were introduced to the world through their own self-titled reality TV show on MTV known as Wonder Girls. The show features the ladies as they go about their daily lives. The show allowed the world to get a glimpse of the rookies, their charms, and how they interacted with one another. There are a total of 10 episodes in the first season of the series, so let me know if you guys have ever watched it, what did you think of it, and if you haven't, would you watch it now, seeing as you must be a Wonder Girls fan since you clicked on this video. You might miss them. Might not, might not hurt to go one more time down memory lane. So, the Wonder Girls officially debuted on February 13th, 2007 with the single Irony. The song peaked at 73 on the charts, but sold 11.4k copies upon its release. I wasn't a huge fan of the song either, but I know it was received very well by the public, and JYP is responsible for composing pretty much everything, especially back then, majority of everything, if not all of their songs, I believe. So yeah, the ladies kind of had a rough start early on in their career due to several incidents that occurred throughout the remainder of the year. The first being that Sohee tore a ligament in her knee from a motorcycle fall during a scene that she was filming for in a movie called I Like It Hot, thus putting her on a hiatus. Then we have the first member to leave Wonder Girls, which was Hyuna. As you all know, Hyuna didn't start out as a member of just for a minute. She began even earlier when she was a part of the original lineup for Wonder Girls, up until her parents made her leave due to a condition she had known as gastroenteritis, which is basically when you have infectious diarrhea. I know, that sounds terrible, right? Not only that, though, Hyuna suffered frequently from fainting spells, possibly from all the pressures of being an idol so young and then also dealing with that diarrhea situation. It was definitely affecting her health, and she did the right thing by backing out at the time that she did, even if it was not permanently. On September 13, 2007, the public received a double surprise of good news. JYP's trainee Yoo Bin would be the newest member to replace Hyuna, and she was introduced through the next Wonder Girls comeback, which was Tell Me. This song was received and praised very highly by all. It reached #1 on the billboards as well as several other charts all over Korea and won 5 awards with 1 nomination. Everyone loved this song, and it's still iconic to this day. Billboard even called it, at the time, the ladies' most influential song of their career. If it's one thing that JYP can do, I would say it's he knows how to compose some really fantastic songs. He's just a musical genius. Tell Me became the leading single for the Wonder Girls' first full-length album that was released the next week, which was called The Wonder Years. And around the same time, the ladies received another reality TV show called The Wonder Life. Just look at how young and fresh-faced they were back then. Oh my gosh, they were just so cute. The girls look so adorable to me. This show followed the ladies around, as reality TV does, just to give the public a glimpse into what a wonderful life as a Wonder Girl looked like. They got to interact with fans, explore different places, and we got to see their charms and personalities in a new light. On May 22nd, 2008, we would get our next iconic comeback from the ladies titled I'm So Hot. This song was received very well by the public and it made it to number 3 on the charts. I absolutely love this song and I still listen to it to this day because it's so playful and I just love its cheeky manner. It's just a really funny song and I like it. I like how they're just like bragging on themselves. It's just cute. During the promotions for this song though, Yubin had received injuries to her vocal cords, so under doctor's orders she was unable to sing live during performances. But that's fine with me. It's the fact that she still, went out and did her thing, so kudos to her for that. On September 22nd, 2008, Wonder Girls gave us another comeback by the name of Nobody. Proved to be a smash success for the ladies, winning them several awards, making it to the US Billboards and topping several other charts, even upwards for 4 weeks. This song received so much love and support and has several different versions, so let me know which one is your favorite. I wasn't super crazy about this song when it came out, but I can definitely appreciate the hype and the aesthetic around it. The ladies jumped back into motion early the next year because they had to tour several countries from Thailand to the US before coming back to wrap up in South Korea. The entirety of the tour was documented by Mnet in a reality TV show called Welcome to Wonderland, where we were able to not only be a part of the ladies' journeys on stage, but also off stage as well. Then, right after the tour, the hardworking women gave us a cover of legendary girl group Finkel's iconic song, Now. I love this song, and at the time of the release of the video, I had no idea that it was a cover. I know, right? I didn't know much about the first or previous gen K-pop groups at the time when I was a kid, so I thought this was a Wonder Girls song at first, and I just loved it. I still play it to this day, and it turns out this song was a promo for a cell phone brand known as Ever. So, they did their thing, and hey, I was here for it. I loved it. 2009 was a big year for the ladies because by the springtime it was announced that they would be making their official American debut, citing tours with the American boy band Jonas Brothers and even releasing a fully English album set to include all of their previous hits. This news was major for K-pop and Wonder Girls alike, so much so that Sunmi and So-hee, who were still minors at the time, had to drop out of high school just to focus on their rising careers. On January 22nd, 2010, we will receive our second lineup change within Wonder Girls. JYP announced that Sunmi will be taking a break from the group to focus on her education, which makes sense considering she put it off the prior year just to promote as a member of and to further the agenda of Wonder Girls. However, with the success of their first English album and tour with the Jonas Brothers, Wonder Girls had already gone hard to work on their next English album for the American music market. There were already plans of their next English album to contain 6 remakes of previous singles, redone in English, and another 6 brand new original English songs. Not to mention, the ladies were set to headline a tour in February of 2010 as well, which would coincide with the new English album set to be released. But this album would never see the day of light due to Sunmi's departure of the group. I can't say I blame her even still though. She sacrificed a lot of her time and energy to promote as a Wonder Girl, and you only have one shot to experience your youth. I'm glad she put herself and her goals first despite everything that was going on. On May 15, 2010, the Wonder Girls gave us another signature hit with the EP and single titled Two Different Tears. The EP made it to the top of the Korean charts and stayed there for 3 weeks in a row, number 6 on the Canadian charts and 21 in US. Although they didn't chart as high in the US as Nobody did, the ladies were still met with high praises for this comeback. This was also the first time we got to meet Sunmi's replacement, Hae-dem, who had been a trainee of JYP Entertainment up until that point. Can you imagine one day going from being a trainee, awaiting your big break, and the next thing you know, you're being thrust into the spotlight as one of the biggest girl groups currently promoting? I wonder what that must have been like for her to just go through that, Man. By the summertime, on July 29th, the ladies were busy filming for the 4th season of their MTV reality TV show Wonder Girls. This time we got a glimpse at how the ladies were living in New York City, from their apartment setup to their studio, and how they geared up for the MTV World Stage Live in Malaysia, the 2010 show. This wasn't the only show Wonder Girls was featured on, though. We also got to see them on a brand new show that Mnet debuted just for the ladies called Made in Wonder Girls. Here, we were able to see every moment behind the scenes of their first American tour the ladies ever put on. It didn't stop there. The show also captured the moments in between the Wonder Girls' time promoting in Indonesia and Singapore. Come November 7, 2011, we would get our second full-length album from the Wonder Girls called Wonder World, with the title track being Be My Baby.
Please be my baby. Please be my baby. 너무 생각하면 미치겠어. 네가 너무너무 갖고 싶어서. Ooh, make me your lady. Make me your lady. 나의 사랑을 너에게 줄게. 절대 후회하지 않게 해줄게. No, crazy. 내가
This album went straight to the top of the charts again, reaching number 1 in Korea and remaining there for 4 weeks, and it even made it to number 5 in the US. Everybody loved this album, including myself. I mean, this song is still so catchy to this day. I love the dance, and then, oh my god, Yubin's rap in the middle was just like the icing on the cake. It just goes so hard. This album featured more writing and input from the members as well, which I love because although their success can be largely attributed to JYP's awesome composure and producer skills, it means a lot to us fans to know that the ladies can chart top based off of the creativity and ideas they implement for themselves as well. On February 2nd, 2012, the Wonder Girls released a huge project through the Teen Nick channel in the form of a movie, which shows us how the ladies take on New York City. We get to see performances, of course, their personalities in a new light, and even how they entered into the Apollo Amateur competition under the alias The Asian Invasion. It's a cheeky, fun, lighthearted movie that may seem like it's geared towards a younger crowd, especially since it was released on Teen Nick, but if you haven't seen it already, it may be worth a watch if you are a super Wonder Girls fan, and if you have seen it, let me know what you think. In addition to the movie, the ladies released an English promotional single for it featuring the schoolgirls called The DJ Is Mine.
The DJ is mine, and girl, you're wasting your time. He only rocks to my music. He loves the way I do it all night. The DJ is mine, my baby, the DJ is mine, my baby, he only rocks.
absolutely love this song, and I thought they did really well collaborating with another musical act. I had never heard of the Schoolgirls prior to this, so it was interesting to learn more about them as well. This song topped the Korean charts, so everyone also pretty much agreed that the ladies did really well with this one. If you haven't heard it, I definitely suggest you do. They did really, really good. On June, the ladies made a Korean comeback with their mini album called Wonder Party, with the title track being Like This.
Go like this, yo, like this. We ahead of us, all like this. Like this, yo, like this. 몸을 돌려줘, like this. Like this, yo, like this. 바다처럼 내려가, like this. Like this, yo, like this. 다 같이 stop. 자, 흔들어봐. 마음속에 있는
A very funky, upbeat song that did pretty well on the charts, topping at number 3 in Korea and 9 in the US. I wasn't crazy about this comeback though, but I love that the ladies always give us songs that seem like a throwback type of feel. That was pretty much their style. This EP definitely snagged them some awards, which they definitely deserved because they were working non-stop. Wonder Girls gave us another English song on July 10th called Like Money.
Love me like money, love me like cars, love me babe, wherever you are. Love me up close, love me from afar. Love me babe, wherever you are. Love me like money, love me like cars, love me babe.
This song didn't do as well as the other English songs that they've done, only peaking at number 11 on the Korean charts. I was actually surprised because this song was associated with Akon once it was redone, who was, pretty big at the time still, I would say. I wasn't, like I said, this song didn't really do it for me. But, I get it. It still did really well as far as sales were concerned. It sold pretty well. By the end of a successful year, though, we will be getting yet another lineup change and news of a wonderful marriage. Sun Yi let the world know that she would be getting married the following year. According to Soompi, on November 27, 2012, JYP gave an official statement in regards to Sun Yi's hiatus in Wonder Girls that read, Wonder Girls means Sun Yi is getting married next year on January 26, 2013. The Wonder Girls have debuted in 2007, and throughout the last 6 years, under Min Sun Yi's leadership, the Wonder Girls have achieved the successes they have so far. The company understands and respects her decision for the time being, expects her to concentrate on marriage and family life. Although at the time JYP denied speculations of Sun Yi's departing from the group, it wasn't until 2014 that it was confirmed she had no intentions of returning to the entertainment industry. Another member who had no intentions of moving forward with JYP was Sohee. According to Soompi, JYP released in an official press statement that Sohee would not be renewing her contract with the agency once it expired on December 21st, 2013. The statement reads, Sohee has decided that it's time for some personal changes and has expressed a desire to focus on her acting in a new environment. After much discussion, we have agreed to respect her wishes. In regards to the future of the Wonder Girls as a group, JYP Entertainment states that we will be deciding on a specific time schedule and process for future Wonder Girls' activities in accordance with each member's individual activities. There were talks of an English album supposed to come out sometime in 2012, but it never happened. Apparently, the album was confirmed to be complete and was going to be released through a major American recording company, but Like Money ended up being the final English project the ladies ever worked on. 3 of the 12 songs were performed during an iHeartRadio performance the ladies put on at one point, but that was as close as we ever got to knowing what those songs would have been like. All American promotions were shelved as a result of the departures that the group had undergone. So, for the next 3 years, the ladies embarked on their own solo journeys before coming back together for an epic retro comeback on August 2nd and 3rd of 2015 with the album Reboot and title track I Feel You.
혼자 있어도 너의 손길이 느껴져 하루 종일 나를 만져 빠져 있는데 헤어날 수가 없어 너에게 달려갈 생각뿐이었어 점점 더 빠져들어가
The album did exceptionally well, making it to number 5 in Korea and number 2 in the US. The ladies hadn't lost any momentum during their hiatus because everyone loved this project. Not to mention this marks the return of Sunmi, who halted her solo career to rejoin the group again. Every song on the album is gold, you guys, but I'd have to say my favorites are definitely Faded Love, Rewind, and Baby Don't Play, as well as John Doe. They're really good songs because if it's one thing the Wonder Girls does best, it's that they give us great retro songs, as I've mentioned already. On October 2nd, 2015, the Wonder Girls hosted an episode of Saturday Night Live Korea, which I had no idea was a thing until I started doing research for this video. I mean, did you guys know that? Did you know that there was a Saturday Night Live Korea? And if so, did you catch this specific episode with the Wonder Girls? If you did, let me know your thoughts on it down below. And if not, like, hey, maybe we should all just check it out because I was blown away by this. The second to last project we will receive from the ladies came on June 18th, 2016, which was titled Why So Lonely. Reggae type song did very well on the charts, making it to number 1 and 3 in Korea and 5 in the US. Everyone loved this comeback as they did with all their other comebacks because this one gave the ladies their first music program win since 2012's Like This, so that's pretty big. According to Soompi, on January 26, 2017, JYP released an official statement in regards to the disbandment of Wonder Girls, and it reads, "Hello, this is JYP Entertainment. We are announcing that Wonder Girls, after 10 years, is disbanding. The decision happened after much discussion among the members and with our agency. Yubin and Haedam of Wonder Girls have re-signed with JYP, and they will be continuing with music, acting, emceeing, and other activities. Yeon and Sunmi, after much deliberation, have decided to leave JYP Entertainment. As a thank you to all of the fans that stayed faithful to Wonder Girls over the past 10 years, the group will be releasing a final digital single on February 10th, their 10th anniversary. Thank you to all the fans all around the world for being with us, JYP and Wonder Girls, for 10 years." Each member took the time to write a message to their fans in regards to the disbandment news, and this is what each had to say. Yeon says, "It's already been 10 years since we've been together. All the moments that we laughed, cried, and were happy and sad together went by like a kaleidoscope. Thank you for giving us memories that we'll take with us forever." Sunmi says, "A lot of things happened during these 10 years. To all the fans that supported us, trusted us, and waited for us, my heart aches giving you sad news. I'm sorry and thank you." Yubin says, "To Wonderful, with your never-ending support and trust. Wonder Girls was so loved for 10 years. Always, with thanks, I will treasure all of our memories together." Haedam says, "Whenever you start to miss us, I hope that our songs filled with memories will be of comfort to you. Though it may be hard now, we'll do our best to become a source of strength to you." And all of the ladies at once say thank you.
주던 손으로 그려줘 그리고 아주 조금은 나를 그리워해줘
This song was written by Yeon and Yubin personally and marks the 10th anniversary of the Wonder Girls. The project peaked at number 2 on the Korean charts. During their time promoting, the Wonder Girls released 5 albums, 5 EPs, and 18 singles, in addition to being nominated for 88 awards